Greetings and welcome back to another edition of the Weekly News Roundup. I hope that everybody's doing well today as we get to watch the world do weird stuff again. We start out with some privacy, just a wee bit of security, and then we'll look at some businessy news, and then finally we will have ourselves a gander at what is going on in the weird world of Sillyville. Over on Discord, Samsung's One UI glitches are becoming very annoying. Very interesting. Hello, FSKS. Whatever. Hi, greetings. Let's see. On over here, we got Moonbase off of Grace. Take me to your leader. Jeffrey, how's it going there? Look at what is right in front of you and see how bizarre the world has become from what you knew as being right. It's when it dawns on you that you have the next meal that they are starving. Been on both sides of that table with 5 kids to feed. Not once, but twice. Jeffrey the perv? What? Which one of you guys went to Tigray? Let's see. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Who had a mind to disagree? All right. Don't comprehend gibberish. Okay, then. One of my clients at work gifted me with a new box Cricket debut flip phone. Ooh, that runs KaiOS. So I've been playing with it for the past few days, and it's a promising alternative to Android. Very nice. That's wicked. Epic. Esic. Kai Store app was not total garbage. Interesting. Kind of satisfying to go back to a flip phone and closing it to end a call. That's right. For low-end non-touchscreen hardware is built-in Google Assistant, YouTube, and Google Maps. Oh, great. So Google can still spy on you. Great. Project got seed funding from Google. Google Assistant can't do things like voice match, like on Android or Google Home. My major complaint is inconsistent text input from the app to apps, where sometimes it will let you use your voice, other times it forces you to use the keyboard. Sounds like they updated the old T-Mobile's original flip phones and call it new. There you go. Let's see. Trying to decide what to do with my second Linux partition. Install Q4 OS, 4.3 Gemini, MX Linux XFCE, clone my Linux Mint 19.3 from another SSD, or delete a partition, let Arch run solo. Let Arch run solo. Live a little. Then you can just look at somebody and go, I run Arch, by the way, entirely. That's right. Mint 20.1 is decent, but the video playback performance is still not where it should be. Okay. Greetings, Earthlings. I hope everyone is doing well. I like the 32-bit version of Q4 OS Trinity on low-end hardware. Hello, Renard. Greetings. Hello, Creature Morph. Greetings. Last I heard, Q4 is still 32-bit, not designed for Atom processors. Random is talking about espionage and terrorists and NATO. Yeah, you know. Good evening, Keegan. How's it going there? Eating food from your favorite Vietnamese place and wondering, as they are, what the heck is going on with society? Well, are you wondering, is that Garfield on your fork? I mean, gotta wonder. Cheese song reminded me of a joke I heard. French cheese factory blows up, debris everywhere. Oh, ouch. Ouch. That's time for some tea. I think I have my last cup here of peppermint, or what is it? Chocolate mint tea. This is chocolate mint tea. My last cup. I got to go to the store and find some more. I don't remember where I found it. Very nice though. Very nice. Need your Moto G power. It's a video about just came in. Well, we are going to be talking about privacy, then security, then business, then Sillyville. If you just came on, Jamie Lopez, this is the weekly news roundup. We'll be rounding up the most insane stuff that we have seen this week. And I've hit the bottom of the comments, so I'm going to go ahead and readjust myself and get comfortable, and then we will go ahead and get started. There we go. Sitting on my knee is just not good at my age. I'm getting old, man. I'm going to be walking like this, maybe even have a hunch on my back before too long. Brie is really delicious. Just bought some yesterday. I am just not a cheese fan, though. Feta is my enemy. I used to work, the bakery I used to work in, we had feta cheese right inside the door. And oftentimes I'd go in there and like the feta cheese would fall on me. It was insane. Like, bleh, feta. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on into our privacy news. Who is our first affiliate? I still have not changed my banners to match the new logo. Oh well. Mint. I'm sorry. All right. It's chocolate mint, so it's good. All right, let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the privacy edition with a little hair of security towards the end. Today we're talking about the spy who sold me. But we will get there. We will get there indeed. But first, there is an update in the Google Chrome incognito mode lawsuit. The judge rules that a $5 billion incognito mode lawsuit can go forward. I'm sorry, guys. I have to completely side with Google this time. It's like, but incognito mode, they can still track me across the internet. No kidding, you moron. If you actually read the little thing that pops up on in privacy mode, it just prevents people from being on the computer from seeing what you're on the computer. It's just local privacy. It's not privacy from the internet. Do you think that Google Chrome would bake something that gives you privacy from the internet into it and not it's cognitive dissonance to think that, oh, there is this mode that you cannot be tracked around the internet. We just have to intentionally use it. No. I wish there were. That'd be epic. But there's not. That's why I recommend LibreWolf these days. That is a good way to not track you across the internet. But anyway, this is just an update. The suit seeks at least $5 billion or $5,000 per violation for likely millions of users. I'd take a $5,000 check from Google. Unfortunately, I just don't use Google Chrome and have not used Google Chrome's incognito mode, so I probably don't consider myself a member of this class for the lawsuit. But the lawsuit basically says Google promises consumers they can browse the web privately and stay in control of the information users share with Google. To prevent information from being shared with Google, Google recommends that a consumer need only launch a browser such as Google Chrome, Safari, Microsoft Edge, or Firefox in private browsing mode. Both statements are untrue when its users undertake either or both of the aforementioned step. Google continues to track, collect, and identify their browsing data in real time in contravention of federal and state laws on wiretapping and in violation of consumers' right to privacy. We actually don't have consumers' rights to privacy in the United States. That is the biggest fundamental problem. Okay, FYI, the right to privacy is not from a company. It's not from your snoopy neighbor. It is from the government. Just an FYI, a little bit of civics lesson for you, but the amendments, the rights, all these things are not dealing citizen to citizen as much as they are citizen to government. So I'm not sure that's going there. So here's the screen. You've launched now you can browse privately and other people who use this device won't see your activity. However, downloads and bookmarks will be saved. That is what the point is. Chrome won't save the following information: your browsing history, cookies and site data, information entered in forms. Your activity might be visible to the websites you visit, your employer or school, your internet service providers. So that is really what the text is all about. The case is moving forward, and we will see if there's any update in the future. So another, this is actually the second one of these. I thought this was an update, but no, it's actually a second company. There is yet another company called Sky Global that was selling encrypted phones, and they were taken out because they were basically racketeering charges for helping to in the criminal enterprises of engaging in legal activity in the state of Oregon, or other things that the government would kind of like to see, and they're like, wait, you developed a phone that's too good. We can't get around it, so let's just arrest you instead. And so the Department of Justice announced an indictment against Chief Executive Officer of Sky Global. I believe he's from up in Canada, but they tracked him down on horseback with the mounted police up there, and so they allegedly selling their devices to help international drug traffickers avoid law enforcement. So the indictment is rare in that it marks only the second time DOJ has filed charges against an encrypted phone company, and signals that the Department of Justice will continue to prosecute the heads and associates of companies that say cater deliberately to facilitating criminal acts by providing encryption. Guys, this is the war against encryption yet along coming on down the pipeline. I will remind you, encryption is so critically important. Okay, I have encrypted files on here, not because, ooh, there's bad, evil, wicked, illegal stuff. No. I would just like to prevent any burglar from coming into my house, from walking away with my computer and being able to access my banking software and passwords. Okay, you get rid of encryption, I can no longer use KeePassXC or any other encrypted means to keep my password safe. And we all know how perfect that the government handles everything, because they're like, the government is so incompetent. Like, look at China was still using Flash past its expiration date. The government in South Africa just re-hacked a browser to reinstall Flash to upload files to the South African version of the IRS. And we want to trust the government with our security? No, give me encryption or give me death. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's make this serious. But this phone company is there, and there was actually a statement from in another article I read. He's basically like, yeah, we just want to provide encrypted stuff, but whatever. Well, Tinder will now let you run a background check on matches and to screen for past crimes and violence. I wonder if it'll also include, like, who'd you vote for? Oh, you voted for Orange Man Bad. Oh, get away from me. Okay, so basically all it requires you to run this is a phone number and a last name, or even like a full name. And this is a connection with this nonprofit group called Garbo. And Garbo sounds like a whole lot of Garbo to me. I'm telling you what, guys. I would like to see where are they collecting their data from, and I would like to make it illegal for them to share that data with anybody, because I have never opted to do business with them, and this is why we need consumer privacy rights that we do not have in this country. And if you think that the bills for consumer privacy are going to help, no, they don't do anything. They do nothing at all. They're basically just the same privacy policy every company has on a federal level. It basically doesn't do anything. So there you go, guys. So Garbo will provide some background checks for people on Tinder to make sure that, you know, you're not a past criminal, you didn't vote for Orange Man Bad, or maybe make sure you've been vaccinated. You've got the prick, so you can go ahead and do it. But don't forget, according to Rachel Levine, you still need to wear a mask if you're engaging in multiple forms of sexual activity with people outside your immediate household. Yes, there's actually a policy from that creature that they are considering putting in office, simply because the person is confused in their head about genders and stuff. So moving on, companies can silently reroute your text to hackers for as little as $16. Isn't that exciting? Guys, this is exactly why I have told you, do not use your phone SMS for anything. Nothing at all, guys. Use it to call your buddy and say, the door's open, bro. Hey, when you coming by? Don't be using this to tie in, of course, our wonderful government. They require you to have a cell phone connecting with a phone, an SMS messenger app in order to get it. So this actually works fairly easy. For 16 bucks, basically you can have this add-on, which allows you to reroute a copy of texts going to somebody else over to you, and you can even reply to them. Isn't that epic? I wonder how many people are using this to stalk on their exes or something. Oh, I'm going to see all your texts coming here and there. So Joseph Cox, the motherboard reporter, had someone successfully carry out the attack on his number. It only cost the attacker $16 when he contacted the other companies providing SMS redirection services. Some of them reported they had seen this sort of attack before. So they were working with this company to reroute the text. Basically, it's a man in the middle, intercept them, send them back on in other places. Thank you for that, Quantum Alpha. Very wonderful thing there in the Discord server. It's going to be distracting me until we're done with the news. Let me move that down before I can have a good laugh at it and tell you guys all about it if you're not on Discord. So anyway, TikTok will now make personalized ads mandatory. Guys, you know, it was about 2 years ago when I warned you guys about the company of TikTok. Before anybody even heard of TikTok, I warned you. I did a video. It was a Saturday stream. And I said, guys, you got to avoid this company. It's called TikTok. They're owned by this firm called ByteDance. And what ByteDance does is they are a data harvester, analytics, and AI company. Their entire purpose is to use TikTok because we are brainlessly giving our data to every app that comes out. And we're brainlessly dumping all of our data into TikTok, which is a Chinese data collection and analytics firm, which focuses on utilizing AI to find patterns on personalities. We are giving them this data. We are letting them harvest it. We are letting them analyze it. We are letting them deploy it to AI. That's all in those terms. Did you know that? So now they are going to make personalized ads mandatory on April 15th. So I don't know, April 15th. What's worse, personalized ads mandatory or taxes are due? I'm going to go taxes are due because all of us have to die and pay taxes, but only the foolish of us use TikTok. So there you have it. And this basically applies to the app. Mostly there's speculations because of the iOS 14.5. This allows basically allows them to not fall behind. So there you have it. And finally, cars have our location, but this spy firm wants to sell it to the U.S. military. Isn't that glorious? So this is a company, the Ulysses Group, and basically what they do is many of your various cars and car parts, particularly your newer cars, have all sorts of a variety of different things that are constantly reporting back home. They're checking home. They're giving us all of this information. They're basically just passing all the info up wherever. And this company just goes around and scoops up all of this data, and they have a live active database about where the vast majority of cars in the world happen to be at any given time. And then they are wanting to sell this data to the government. As of this time, they have not yet done so. However, this company has had government contracts in the past, and it does appear that they are involved in negotiations to discuss it. So, surveillance contract that has previously sold services to the U.S. military is advertising a product that it says can locate the real-time locations of specific cars in any nearby country on Earth. Except, by the way, it can't find them in North Korea and... there's North Korea and there's one more. It might be listed in here. Anyway, because yeah. And I don't think it's China. Korea. North Korea and Cuba. Two countries we all just aspire to be like, which is why the Marxists are taking over America. So Ulysses can provide our clients with the ability to remotely geolocate vehicles in nearly every country except North Korea and Cuba on a real-time basis. The document written by the contractor, the Ulysses Group, reads, currently we can access over 15 billion vehicle locations around the world every month. Guys, are you allowing your insurance company to see where you are with that GPS box? I did a video about that. Didn't get a lot of views, but I did an amazing video about that because the insurance company that I use started pushing this type of stuff out. And I've been telling you guys, all their marketing, use this and save money. Right there, black and white, I read you from the policy documents. If you use this service, it could cause your rates to go up as much as 20%. Here we are, the dorks watching all the marketing stuff. Oh, I'm going to save 10 to 15% by putting this GPS tracker in my car and let the insurance company know everything I'm doing, where I'm going, when I'm driving, how fast I accelerate, how fast I slow down. And I think that this might save me money. No, it's going to cost you money, actually. And by the way, if you use the box past 30 days, and then you decide, no, this isn't for me, they will just jack up your rate to the highest rate possible as if you were driving like a mad lunatic. By the way, guys, read your documents. So there we have it. So oh boy, here's some nice maps. There you go. Woohoo, look at all that. Yeah, we can see where our cars happen to be. And this is why I have a big problem with all these cars collecting the data, why I have a big problem with all this, and why we need consumer privacy laws. This type of thing should be completely illegal, but it's not. The Ulysses Group is going to make billions on knowing exactly where your car is, and half of y'all because you're keeping all these devices turned on at all times anyway. So, there's that. Well, if you want to help support the channel, have a look at my affiliates. Today we're highlighting ExpressVPN. If you are in need of a VPN, this is one of the best ones out there. You can use this to secure your connection. If you're working from a coffee shop, you can change your geolocation. Maybe you can prevent your ISP from seeing what you're doing. ExpressVPN does not keep logs. You can connect up to 5 devices, and there is specific device or specific software pass-through. So if you want to make sure something goes through on ClearNet and everything else goes through on the VPN, you can do that with ExpressVPN. Head on over, use my link tlm.li/EV to get your VPN set up today. Let's have a brief look at some security now. Alrighty, let's close that out. We got 3 security articles coming up. Alrighty, let's see here. Howdy, howdy, Quantum Alpha. Howdy, howdy, Strawberry Shortcake. Alright. In the lawsuit about how Google doesn't mention what incognito mode does and doesn't do. Like, I know Firefox tells you right away, it's easy to understand, Chrome does not. You know, I honestly don't remember. I don't remember. It's been so long ago since I saw that news came out. Mark of the Beast, orange, mad, bad, orange. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Imagine using Tinder, though. It's like the bottom of the barrel of people. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Are you redacting things, Quantum Alpha? Yes, my car is open source. Wait a second. Didn't Cali recently ban most home car repairs? Yes. Yes, indeed. Everyone getting a smart car. I hate all this smart crap. Ignorant people like the smart crap, and there are way too many ignorant people. Yep. Let's see. Where are we at over here? Let's see. Love cheese, but not blue cheese. Yeah, like, who wants like moldy ranch dressing? Ugh. Moldy cheese. Yeah. Blue cheese dressing, I guess. I don't know. I'm not get the notification for the show. Rockin' Pop OS. Awesome. Don't drink Celestial Seasonings peach tea. It is so bitter that 6 hours later I finally got the taste out of my mouth. Do I have... I think I have Stash ginger peach. I don't think I'm not a huge fan of Celestial Seasonings. I think I have a bunch, though. I don't know. Get feta up with cheese falling on me? I got very feta up with it. That is indeed true. No worries of me trying tea. True Blueberry gets my thumbs up. I think I have some True Blueberry. I'm pretty sure I do have some True Blueberry tea. I'm not a huge fan of blueberries, but I'll try the tea. It's not bad. If you put your rights on anyone, anything, you have lost your mind. You lost your right. The government wins. Curious, anyone else have a TV tuner, USB or antenna in their PC? I'm trying to find an alternative to caffeine. I do not. Arch sucks. Come on, man. Let's see. It's Arch without headaches. Mate is good middle ground for systems. So who is Garbo? Apparently it's a non-profit organization that does background checks. Say 2 community versions are tried to stay away from our Budgie build and now the defunct Deepin build, excuse me. This is a good community build for Manjaro. Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings. We need the Meow OS. Meow. Cat's over there. What are you talking about? Wordle like watchdogs. Okay, yeah. Don't use any NVIDIA hardware. TikTok can go shove it. That's right. Tearing into YouTube ad, #1 tech stock. They claim that 5G and IoT devices are necessary. And no. They're so necessary, we survived all this long without them. They just want to shove COVID just yet for another obscure reason. Yeah. Yeah, they just want COVID fear to continue. Although there was an uptick in articles recently suggesting that, yeah, the only people that seem to have problems with COVID are fat and old. Kind of like I've been saying for the past year, guys. Go back and look at the very first videos I did on this. My messaging has never changed. Interesting. I've been more consistent than Fauci has been inconsistent. Don't get espionaged by the terrorist turtles. All right. Has ExpressVPN been audited anytime? Yes. Actually, who is it? I believe Sean O'Brien actually does a lot of editing for them as well. Same guy that does the auditing of F-Droid apps, if I'm not mistaken. Is it just East Tennessee or gas price becoming ridiculous? They're becoming ridiculous. Yeah, ours have gone up about, in the last 3 or 4 months, ours have actually gone up about 50 cents. What web browser do you use on my phone? I have Tor, I have Firefox, Clar are the 2 primary ones I use. Fuel prices going up everywhere. Yeah, that's what happens when you kill the Keystone Pipeline, which is the thing that cheaply pumped gas into the country. That took a genius to put together. Yes. The reminder of my live show has just arrived. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you made it. Let's see. Rand Paul must listen to Switch Linux because he was getting into the science of masks and COVID. No, he's just a doctor who knows what he's talking about. What do you do on your phone that you need Tor? Everything on my phone goes through Tor. Except my email. I don't run my email through Tor because I control those servers. But no, everything else on my phone runs through Tor. What do I do on my phone? Not much. Check the news. That would be about it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of security articles. Well, let me check in on Discord first real quick. Okay. So first up in security, FaceTime bombardment group call spam. So apparently some guys have been spamming people with giant group calls because you can't block the numbers like all the numbers come through. You have to go through and manually block the numbers. And so they're basically doing this at like obscene hours of the day as well. And then, you know, some people are getting caught by surprise, and really the only fix is to turn it off, disable the app, or block all numbers, but those aren't really viable solutions. Then you had this person here, which makes me question their parenting skills. I got my first FaceTime spam starting 4 days ago. One user reported to the Apple support forum earlier this month. It has been nonstop, over 300 numbers blocked so far. My 3-year-old daughter has been accidentally answering them and going on video without a t-shirt on. Okay, why is your 3-year-old have access to your iPad? Why is your 3-year-old running around without a shirt on? Okay, let's just go ahead and address these parental issues first. And then we can talk about the propriety of FaceTime. But apparently, this has become a really bad thing. Anybody out there using FaceTime that have experienced this? Really? No real good solutions at this point in time. And this is what happens when you perpetually allow everyone to have things. And another reason not to use these various services all the time. To exploit. Exchange email hack. Hundreds of UK firms. Like, if you've not been following this, Exchange is like... Exchange email server is basically, it's been one giant hole into the dark underground for quite a while. And I'm pretty sure that everybody's been compromised because of this one at this point. So cybersecurity firm Asset said more than 500 email servers in the UK may have been hacked, and many companies are not even aware that they are victims of the attack. Governments around the world warn organizations to secure their systems, but some experts fear it may be too late, as at least 10 hacking teams are capitalizing on the chaos, which are mostly zero-day exploits. Wait, how are 10 different hacking groups aware of the zero-day exploit? We don't even know. Well, you know what, Microsoft? If you open up your source code a little bit, maybe some of us guys who know about source code can audit your stuff and spot your vulnerabilities before it happens. This is legitimately why open source software is generally better than closed source stuff, because we're not going to have 10 different groups all knowing about the zero-day exploits that nobody else knows about because the code is being audited on a regular basis. But anyway, I digress. These are various zero-day hacks, and these have just been going nonstop. Pretty much Exchange is screwed at this point in time. Probably best to jump off of that, but who knows? And then a lot of it boils down to the companies and who's managing it, and do they have their servers updated and all these types of things. I mean, there is so much coming out about this. I can't even begin to get to the bottom of it. But a lot of these belonging to China, who, if you just missed it, did just tell the United States you're not really in a position of power to do anything. So go figure, on American soil too. Isn't that exciting? But anyway, race on now. Those affected to patch immediately, and then painstakingly check for any recent compromises to make sure no web shells are installed. Of course, all this is happening when companies really treat their IT staff really poorly. They're just like, we don't need extra computers. We don't need extra backups. We don't need all this. What are you charging us for? This? Just a thought. If you would like to have your systems not compromised, pay your IT staff and get competent people in there who know exactly what they're doing. Of course, even with this, a lot of this is just because nobody can see the source code. Microsoft is like, hey, use our source code, man. It's secure. Yeah, of course, we've laid off all of our security. We've laid off all of our QA. And we're just a shell of the company we were, but we're just relying on all the ad revenue coming in from spying on, stealing on all of your data and stuff like that. So this is why I host my own email, guys. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And Project Zero talks about a lot more exploits. This actually goes back into October of 2020. And they're talking about a lot of zero days that have been used to compromise Android, Windows, and iOS attacks. Appears to be the next iteration of a campaign identified over a year ago, back in February 2020. So here they're just kind of summarizing some of the various exploits. I'm not a security guy per se, so you have to have a look at what all this is. The point I want to make here is that all of these systems are compromisable. All of these systems are easily hackable. These are 0 days that are being used. So even if you have the most recent up-to-date computer patches on all of your devices, you're still vulnerable to these. This is why, the point I want to make here isn't talking about the news as much as making this key point. This is why I don't want stuff online. This is why I want to keep as much of my life offline as possible. This is why I resist all of these pushes to do it online. It's so easy. It's so convenient. Every time we make our life easy and convenient, there is a paycheck we've not yet seen, and the paycheck looks like this. It looks like 0-day exploits that can get into every system we're using, can access all of our data. These are the things that are dangerous. This is why you need to have offline services. This is why you need to have a platform that does not rely on all sorts of external servers and cloud connected devices and all this type of stuff. It's dangerous for our society. That's what I want to leave you with. If you want to read through these articles, then I will have these all linked in the description down there. But there's a lot of 0-day exploits being used. These were all found by Project Zero, which is Google's security team. Well, you can help support the channel over on Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. This supports all 3 of my channels, Linux Technology, Christian Studies, and Writing and Publishing, which I have not done for a little while, and I probably will not do for a little while yet until the massive project I'm working on right now is done. Ooh, and I'm getting tired. But nevertheless, you can have a look over on Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM, and you can help support us over there. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. All right, wow, we could still finish early today. We got business and we got Sillyville left. Let's see. Also, Tom, the heck, what? Am I reading all the convo? No, I'm skimming the convo. Let's see. The people that talk about probably have single room studio apartments. Probably won't be long till these people just shoved in tubes. Yeah, I mean, come on. You have seen, I assume that you have seen the pod living situations, big in California. Basically, it's a room not much bigger than my office is here with like 10 or 15 beds. Basically, it's a place where you can go, you have a community kitchen, a community bathroom, and basically have a summer camp bunk bed style cabins. You know, like 8 of you guys are living in the little pod. I'm not sure how they're doing under the COVID era, but anyway. Let's see here. Live stream recently on Steve's very own, I think. Anyway, you're very good. Actually talking about Linux. Very cool. Awesome. Up to 309 in your area. Yeah, it's not quite as high there. I think it's still hovering around 299 for me here. Let's see. Critical component of the American economy. Yep. Allie, I'm on Discord right now, being a real chat. Let's see. Hosting Linux live streams. Awesome, Joe. Shoot me a message if you do, and if I am able, I will join on. Not on camera. That's not okay. Jesus didn't lie, period. That's right. No, he didn't. Some of us returned our high-tech semis back to our Saskatoon office in Canada, knowing that Biden would be making fuel too highly priced to move anything profitability back in January. Wow. Tudanoa or Proton Mail? I prefer Proton Mail of those two. I've been playing around with Tudanoa for a while. I am not a fan. Old MacBook back on OS X Catalina before going back to modern Windows. There you go. Self-hosting is definitely better. Tom's link, self-hosting on the Linode is not offline, but still a lot better because you control it. Yeah, so that's tlm.li/Linode. The language tool is no longer all that open source. Only their plugins are still being released as open source and no longer have a standalone version. Really? Now, you have to understand there is an open source branch and there is a company branch of Language Tool. Are you making sure that you're following the correct one? It's the same thing a lot of companies do. Nextcloud does it. They have the community build and they have the product. LibreOffice is now doing it, the community build and the enterprise grade version. So double check if that's not what you're thinking of. One of those is LanguageTool. I think LanguageTool.io. The other is LanguageTool.com. They could be changing it. I don't know. But go ahead and double check if that's not the case, though. Fifth element with people having apartments the size of a small bathroom. My first apartment was, I think, 550 square feet. Just Wendell, Level 1 Tech Alert recommends the Linode, part of an active community over there. Yes. Level 1 Tech is awesome. Go take a look at Level 1 Tech's news. They are excellent. Let's see. Can Indian credit card scammers target Facebook group call instead of me? They probably get more lucrative response over there. You will get in the pod. You will eat the bugs. You will wear the mask. I refuse! Hey, I did willingly eat a bug once. I will not get in a pod. I will not wear a mask. Do you understand, Sim? I am. You will fear the mask. You will fear the mask. You will. Never mind. It's very, very North Korean. Two-fish encryption with Serpent to store data in a server. Yeah, there you go. Gookall, how's it going there? I am doing well. How are you doing? Should we go ahead and get into our corporateocracy? Let's do this. Get into corporateocracy. We should finish up Sillyville and maybe be done by like 10:15. We do have a video premiering tomorrow, by the way. I'm talking about why I switched to Linux to begin with. A couple of little odd points to think about. Little video premiering tomorrow at noon. I may or may not be able to catch it live with you guys as it premieres. I will do my best, but we'll see what else is going on tomorrow because, yeah, I'm engrossed in a big project right now. It's taking a lot of time. But that being said, let's go ahead and jump on over into the corporateocracy news. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business edition, and then we will end with a little bit of Sillyville. So, with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive on in. AT&T whines about California's net neutrality law as ISP's case appears to be doomed. So, of course, if you're not following, we talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago, I forget, that the case in California was they did not issue a which one? They did not issue a stay in the case. So the court case will be going forward, looking at net neutrality, and then the government said no. You have to follow the laws as if net neutrality were indeed a thing. So AT&T is kind of mad. I can't remember if it was this article or another article that they're like, fine then, we're not giving you any, I don't know, free video data or whatever what it happened to be. But anyway, AT&T is mad and throwing a temper tantrum because they're not allowed to throttle some services and not throttle others. Like we've been telling you guys it's going to happen. I know Asia Chucher Piehole came out the day after the post. See, you can still do all this stuff, because I'm a moron and I don't know. It takes about 2 and 5 years for government policies to actually destroy the world. I'm so glad that moron is out of that office. I've never seen anybody so misqualified to handle it until Biden took office. You know where he is half the time. Federal agency warns Tesla and tests unfinished driverless tech on its users. So if you're not following, there is 2 groups, the National Transit Safety Board, the NTSB, and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the NHTSA. NHTSA seemed to be seem to be in Tesla's back pocket there, being like, hey, yeah, test your beta self-driving software on the rest of humanity, which is causing the thing to crash into police cars and divider medians. Hey, look, a stopped emergency vehicle. Let's accelerate into the back of it. That's what Tesla seemed to be doing. In fact, there was another one that was recently deemed as Tesla's fault because autopilot went insane and killed a bunch of people. So, I will not slow down, Dave. So the National Transportation Safety Board has called out both Tesla and the NHTSA saying, are you insane? Allowing people to drive, highway speeds with self-driving technology that's not fully tested? And so the two government agencies are now getting into a spitting war with each other. And this is two government agencies. So it might be about 35, 40 years before we get any resolution. We know how slow things move when a single government agency is working. What about when two of them are bouncing off of each other? Oh boy, we may as well go watch some paint dry for a while because we're going to be here for a little bit. But nevertheless, they are yelling at Tesla for testing this beta software on the rest of us. See, it's one thing if you'd like to test Tesla's beta software on your own private closed track, but when you're getting on the road with all of us other mortals that we would like to have some degree of safety and regulation on the road, hey, let's not have the Tesla. Like, I'm still a little leery every time I see a Tesla drive by, and we got a lot of them around here. What are you going to do? You going to crash into me, Tesla? I mean, come on. So this article here kind of goes into a little bit of the back and forth, and the National Transportation Safety Board is actually calling for stronger federal requirements for the design and use of automated driving systems on public roads. So in a letter to the sister agency, the NHTSA, it's from last month, basically they're calling on Tesla to stop testing autopilot systems inside, on the highways. They're calling out the NHTSA for allowing it to happen and basically saying, hey, you're really putting a lot of people in danger by doing a lot of the things that you're doing right now. And so that is really what's the update on this one. Yet another subscription another smart device becomes a subscription service. Actually, it was going to become a subscription service, and then they decided to back off. So this is Cricut. I don't know how you pronounce this thing. I've never heard of this, but apparently if you are involved in arts and crafts, you probably have. This is a device. It's like a $270 device. You can get it. It's basically like a 3D printer, but for crafts instead. It doesn't do like 3D printing plastic, but it, 3D printing of weird craft stuff. And what they were going to do is they looked down and said all these people had their devices, and all these devices were connected to the cloud. And so you would send up your document, and then it would do something in the cloud and then send it back down to your machine. Why you couldn't just send it directly to the machine is beyond me. But cloud computing, why not? But it was a perfect place to say, hey, let's scalp people for, I think it was $8 a month more on top of buying the $270 machine. And they came out and said, oh yeah, you're going to have to buy a subscription service to keep using your overpriced crappy machine. This did cost, I'm sorry, it's $179. I said $279 earlier, $179. And this caused apparently a lot of backlash. I guess a bunch of people sent in crafted news supplies or something, And the company decided that they are going to back off and not push this. But guys, you know what this means? All they're going to do is they're going to keep on teasing this until it's going to happen. They're going to make it so that the old legacy machines will have this, but the new machines got to have the subscription service. Same thing Keurig did, guys. Same thing Keurig did. Oh, we don't like the fact that people have reverse engineered our excessively expensive, disgusting coffee and are selling it half of the price. We can't do that. Let's put a DRM chip in our coffee machine. My Lord, people. DRM in our coffee. That's how screwed up our society is. DRM. Did you guys hear that right? DRM in our coffee. Our coffee's got DRM. Yeah. And so this company here, they wanted to go ahead and have a subscription model, and then everyone backed off and said, no, we're not going to do a subscription model on this stuff. And so they backed off. For now, I promise it's going to be back. Not the last time. This is why, guys, don't be looking for stuff that's cloud connected. Don't be looking for things with the external gadgets. I had to replace my solar charge controller. I'm just upgrading my solar charge controller. I'll have to do a better MPPT one from PWA one. And it's like all of them they're trying to push now. Hey, get those ones. It's got the Bluetooth attachment for the phone app. I don't want your stupid phone app. Give me the old model with the little screen. Okay, I can get, if I need to know what the battery charge is, I'll go look at the battery. Okay, I don't need, where's my phone? How's my battery doing? It's 5 feet away. It's over there. Go look at the thing. If I really need to know what my battery's doing. Oh, avoid this stuff, people. Avoid this stuff. Dropbox will give you a free password manager in April if you have 50 or fewer passwords. I will remind you guys that Dropbox is not secure. Okay? They themselves hold the encryption keys to your data. You put your passwords on Dropbox, the rogue Dropbox employees will have access to your data. They will have access to your passwords. Dropbox, I actually fired an accountant last year over this because Dropbox like, hey, accountants, use Dropbox for your clients. It's cool and easy. And my derpy, stupid former non-tech savvy accountant's like, we'll use Dropbox for doing your taxes. I'm like, hey, moron, that's not secure. Yeah, you're fired. Goodbye. And I went and got one that actually, guess what? My new accountant uses my Nextcloud. Epic. I can actually send him documents in my own personal encrypted cloud. He's got no qualms about doing it and sending them right back the same way. That's an accountant I'm working with, guys. That's epic. But Dropbox, don't be storing your passwords on Dropbox stuff. If you have to use Dropbox, use it for documents that are not secure and sensitive, or encrypt your files locally on the computer, send the encrypted blog up there. Do not use Dropbox Password Manager. They are not going to be encrypted from the company. They are sure encrypted from outside access, but the company still has access to the keys. Dropbox is not secure. Use Bitwarden if you need a online one. Use KeePassXC if you will deal with the inconvenience of the offline one. I personally use KeePassXC because it's way better than any online password manager. I have a separate video about using Bitwarden and KeePassXC. Don't use Dropbox. Apparently turned on comments. I did want to see some of those comments. Microsoft is now going to be removing some Windows 10 bloatware from fresh installs. The only software I had in my list was Paint 3D and the 3D Viewer. Well, good that those crappy things are gone. I did not see anything about Candy Crush. So apparently Windows 10 will still have Candy Crush installed by default because that's not too bloated. I mean, that basically how they come to the conclusion that these two software packages everybody kind of ignored? Well, because they're collecting perpetual amounts of data and they're like, hey, nobody's really using these. Let's just go ahead and remove these two applications on start. Yeah, this is not really removing bloat. This is just removing two applications. You want to talk about removing bloat? Give me a minimal install of Windows 10 that has nothing but the core operating system. I do not need your extra crap. I don't need, like, guys, I do not, for the life of me, I do not need Xbox on my computer. No! I don't want your stupid Xbox app. I'm about to swear here. I don't do that. I don't want your stupid Xbox app. I don't want half the crap that it bloats in. This is why I don't use Windows. It's my computer. Let me do with it what I want. So anyway, yeah, Windows is allegedly removing some bloatware. I did enjoy a few of the comments. Let's see if there's anything there. I wish all the apps could be uninstalled so we can have the choice. Personally, on my development personal machines, I'll use a calculator and snip out of the pre-installed apps. Edge gets downloaded to, used once to download Firefox. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. No word on Candy Crush, but Candy Crush, the resurrected zombie crap that keeps coming back after every single update, even after I've manually and intentionally deleted it. Well, our final article, Amazon expanding its gamification model of warehouse work to at least 20 states. I'm waiting for Joshua Fluke to do an overview on this one. I've been enjoying some of his crazy stuff recently on some of the insane things some of these companies are forcing their employees to do. Man, I'll tell you what, all of these, never mind. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to get myself in trouble. Oh, boy. Well, anyway. Amazon tested this thing where they will pit their warehouse workers against each other in little gamified competitions. Hey, who can stack the boxes fastest in a little modulated Tetris type game, things like that. So I wonder if they. The one I wonder if they have, the two guys that both ring the button at the same time. I'll compete with you. See who can fill up your Gatorade bottle the fastest. All right. So employees at Amazon warehouses have been overworked and pushed to the point of exhaustion, unnecessarily exposed to the coof, and discouraged from unionizing and advocating their rights. But no fear, Amazon has something better than the ethical treatment and fair pay for their store for its warehouses. The company is reportedly rolling out new gamification program which encourages workers in the fulfillment center to complete tasks more efficiently so they can virtually compete against their coworkers to win digital awards. That's right, guys. I'm going to work harder to virtually compete against my comrade over here to get digital stuff. Fake stuff. This is worse than the lawsuit that was settled, and they're paying people in in-game currency. Oh, yeah. Reportedly, let's see. Program is known as FC Games. It has been used in Amazon warehouses since 2017 and first drew public attention 2019, according to a report from The Information. Amazon is now planning to expand the gamification model to its warehouses in at least 20 states across the country. Once the gamification system is implemented, warehouse employees will be presented with a variety of games that turn their daily workload into a virtual competition that drives workers to perform faster and without error. Victory in these competitions produces a reward of digital crap that can be used to purchase things like virtual pets. I get virtual pets. Virtual pets. Kitty, what do you think about virtual pets? The kitty's like, dude, I don't want a virtual pet. Just give me my real temptations. All right, guys. I could get virtual pets by burning myself out. Oh, Lordy. Games are not super sophisticated. Amazon isn't plugging its workers into Ready Player One universe or anything. The competitions are essentially just virtual versions of the tasks they're already completing. One game, revealed by the Washington Post, turns picking packages into a game of Tetris, while another game, highlighted by Fast Company, called Dragon Duel, pits warehouse workers against one another to pick packages as fast as possible to power virtual dragons through a race. A third game called Mission Racer has workers moving a car around a track by correctly sorting products into corresponding bins. Wow. Yeah. They did have some glowing recommendations. I can't remember where it was. Was it this quote here? The one employee said, yeah, we do it because there's nothing better to do. Oh, there it is. University of Washington graduate student Postland Smith recalled an Amazon employee saying they play the games because it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, and I can get a digital cat, I guess. No time to feed the digital cat or play with the digital cat. The poor thing will sit there all alone in the corner because you're neglecting it. But nevertheless, I can compete with my workers and get a fake cat. Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. Well, if you want to help support this channel, have a look at my affiliates. Today we are highlighting Pro Writing Aid. If you are a writer like I am, or you have need of getting some good cleaned up grammar and things. I've been using this lately to do editing blog posts for one of my clients, and we've been using Pro Writing Aid to make sure everything is all good grammatically and stuff. I'm catching more stuff even after the other editors have been through it. You can use my coupon code there, tlm.li/PWA. Save 20% off a yearly subscription for $63 or a lifetime subscription for $319. You can try the monthly subscription at $20, and they do have some free services at the website as well. So have a look at Pro Writing Aid and see over there how they work. Now, guys, let's head on over to Sillyville, as if that last Amazon article wasn't silly enough. Oh, boy. Dropbox password manager. That's the stupidest idea yet. Yeah, apparently I was roasted for going in google.com on Lineage with micro G. What? And using DuckDuckGo. There you go. You 3D printed a kitchen butter knife? Oh, that's a dangerous weapon. 3D printing a Glock count as arts and crafts. I swear it's my Halloween costume. To my knowledge, as long as you print it for your own personal use, it is legal, but I'm not I don't follow all the gun laws, so I could be wrong about that. Bluetooth earbuds just died. No! I'm about to whip it out. Okay. Unlike Brian Stelter, I am actually, wearing pants, so I'm not doing this in my underwear. So I am fully clothed. Just an FYI, I know high-end production things like CNN do not necessarily wear clothing when they do their news. I am actually fully dressed, believe it or not. I'm not in favor of doing this with nothing, and no, I will not be filling up Gatorade bottles on the show. So there we have it. So, sure, it tells you unionizing is bad. Yeah, like they don't give you one. Yeah. Companies that try to make work fun act like everyone is family. Yeah, like Joshua Fluke did a video the other day. It is hilarious. I think it's called This Is Basically Adult Daycare. It's definitely worth it. Lost you in the second half. Can you rephrase? Second half of what? All right, let's see. Apartment is 481 square feet. Origin stories, noon tomorrow. All right. Silly idea. Most of us do use different distros. You guys have made 2 of those. Excellent video. Don't use Linux yet? All right. Well, it's always a good time to learn. Just make sure to try it out without wiping out your current system. It's very easy to test it out without destroying anything on your computer first. More masks than Zorro, the gay blade in our case. They're unnecessary. Peter uses Linux and Windows. Windows only for gaming. Yes, I need Windows because that's where I got my games. Yeah, that happens. Good riddance, Agent Pie. Yeah. Went to visit a family in California just before the coup hit the U.S. for a week. We counted over 30 different Teslas. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Neighbor uses Cricket. Chirp, chirp. So Microsoft will let me move my games to another platform. I don't know. Then reinstall your games if need be at some point. Put the hard drive there. Of course, coffee has DRM. Companies have to protect their genetically modified beans. Of course. What was I thinking? Rise in subscription-based services does not have to be bad. I do it different and much more humane, but I'm happy and decided to retain my one-time rates for those that don't care for the subscriber model. Yeah. Speaking of games, anyone know of a good casual game I can play whilst listening to an audiobook? Prefer Linux native, which works with Proton. I don't play many games, so I can't help you there. DRM and Wi-Fi connected for everything in the house nowadays, and most don't think there's a problem. Yeah. till like, you know, power goes out, and I guess not power, the internet goes out and everything stops working. My accountant is determined to have me use QuickBooks. I will not remain with QuickBooks. Well, you need to tell your accountant you're about to get fired. Adapt, accountant, adapt. My accountant also has no problem with the fact that I'm using GNU Cash. Plan to do accounting going forward. Honestly, I'd be okay with doing it offline. Still may opt for that. My accounting is offline. It's just on a local network. Microsoft has been offering good sales in games lately. You shouldn't need a third-party piece of tech to fix software you've already paid for. Yeah, I agree. 5.6 is a good one. Linux native, and will run even on an old AMD. Okay. Switched a friend to Linux Mint lately. I told him to give it a fair chance and tried. He said okay. He likes it. He needed a computer for college and had 4 gigs of RAM installed, and I installed the drive. There you go. Up, down, left, right does not require much thinking. There you go. Yep. It's going on at CNN. There were 2 guys on CNN recently that apparently weren't wearing pants. One of them, the camera slipped down a little bit and you could see his bare thigh. And then Brian Stelter came out and was like, hey, I do this occasionally too. And he showed a picture of himself conducting an interview with a suit top on front and in his underwear. Like, do people walk around in their house in their underwear all day? I mean, I know that's the funny freelancer joke. Yeah, I work at home all day. I can work in my underwear. If all of the times, guys, I have been doing this for 10 years, working from home, never once have I worked in my underwear. I just don't walk around the house in my underwear, and I live alone, okay? Like, do people roam around their house in their underwear? Why? So yeah, the two separate CNN guys were recently high level, high class production, or they're cutting costs. Sir, we can get you from the tie up. We just can't give you pants. I mean, not sure which. I'm sure it's not exclusive to them either, but yeah. Family friend, mom recommends her. She's not required. Okay, here's the thing. Tell her, no, I'm not using this software. I would love to retain your services. You're a family friend, but I am not using Intuit's garbage. It's very simple. I don't think it's all that anyway. Because here's another tip. For the accountant, everybody who succeeds in what they're doing has to learn to adapt. She's an accountant. She can figure out how to do her job with a P&L. You don't need to give her an accounting file. Give her a P&L. $10 would not be that bad if they rehired the quality assurance. Yeah. Like, sleep pants is fine. I mean, that's cool. Hey, sleep pants, no big deal. Whatever. Don't care. I'll do that occasionally. But, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. GNU Cash or K My Money, which is better? Okay, so K My Money is designed for personal finances. GNU Cash is designed for business finances. So it depends on which one you're trying to do. If you're trying to do personal, use K My Money. If you're trying to do business, GNU Cash. Hello, Salbu. Greetings. Just got home after helping your brother move. Left the house 12 p.m. Just got home 3 a.m. Ooh. P&L, profit and loss. Yeah, a profit and loss statement, a P&L. Okay, a profit and loss statement for a business. That's what your accountant needs. A P&L and some notes. All right, guys. All right, let's go ahead and head on over to Sillyville. So heading on into Sillyville, guys, Twitter decides that there is a word this week that if you say this word, it's a 12-hour Insta-ban. Memphis. Just don't go visit Memphis. Oh, I'm banned from Twitter. Oh, crap. There we have it, guys. So, yeah, tweeting the name of Memphis was enough for a 12-hour suspension. Apparently, hundreds of people got suspended for 12 hours. Apparently, it was some bug in trying, like somebody was trying to dox somebody and everything that said Memphis got shut down. So, whatever that happens to be. But there you go. Twitter, as usual, being kind of really stupid. There we have it. A GitHub employee is fired for saying a Nazi. He's offered his job back after investigation. He's like, screw that. He says he reached an amicable solution with GitHub, but he will not be back. So apparently guys, we can't ban the word Nazi. We already have an N-word we can't say. Now you say, well, I said the N-word. Well, which N-word? Oh, that's a trap. Which N-word did you say? Wait, what? Why didn't George Carlin talk about these words? The 7 words you cannot say on television? You can say them all these days. Say any one of these 2 N-words. It's a career ender. Woo! Getting saucy. No, I'm not interested. From the Christian Post, a school teaches kids to stop saying mom and dad. So a private school in Manhattan is encouraging students to stop using the terms mom and dad and parents because the words make assumptions about kids' home lives. I was one of those latchkey kids. I didn't have a father growing up. Most kids still live with a mom or dad. Maybe it's a dad and a mom and mom. I don't know. In our current world, it's getting that way. But you can't say mom or dad or even parents because it makes assumptions. How dare we make assumptions that the average child would happen to have. Now the children are encouraged to use the word grown-ups. Are your grown-ups at home? How's life with the grown-ups today? Grown-ups and folks and family. See, even family's a bad assumption. Or guardians. Oh, you're guardians. I'm sorry. No, it's my mom and dad because people actually care about me. In its push for gender inclusion, the school wants its students to substitute people for boys and girls rather than lining up as boys. I've not heard, in reading this, I've not heard of lining up as boys and girls. But anyway, instead, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, instead of lining up as boys and girls, they're to line up alphabetically. That's going to take a lot more time. If you've ever tried to organize a group of elementary children, they don't do anything fast. All right, guys, line up in alphabetical order. Line up, let's see, line up by type of shoes. Lord forbid we get the girls showing up in high heels. If someone says a boy can't marry a boy, they are encouraged to respond by saying people can love and commit to whomever they please. It's their choice who they marry. Instead of wishing each other Merry Christmas or even Happy Holidays, they're to say, have a great break. Well, there we have it. We may as well just go ahead and start spinning the original Season 1 South Park Christmas pageant, because that's pretty much where we're going in our culture. This is insane, but this is the world we are getting to. And on to subscribing to diabetes. Over in Japan, you can now get a Coca-Cola monthly subscription model. So for $25 a month, you can subscribe to get 1 Coke per day out of the vending machine. Now they say this is less than $1 a day, but I mean, is it really? Because if we say 31 days, you can go in 31 days, but I'm assuming this is like the vending machine at work or out about town. Unless it's any old vending machine you happen to walk by, you're probably only getting one your Monday through Friday for your diabetes fix. But it would boil down if you did get, pay $25 a month. You're giving them $25 a month, whether or not you buy the soda. Good deal for them. It's still cheaper to buy the 12-pack at home and bring it. Bring your lunch. But yeah, you can now get a subscription service for Coca-Cola in Japan. And that is how our world is going today. Well, if you want to help support the work, have a look over at Subscribestar, subscribestar.com/switchedtolinux. That will help out the channel and what we are doing over here. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Alrighty. 10 needs to be dumped. Yeah, okay. Right, and I'm positive she'll be fine with PNL. I think we're going to try that. Yeah. Very antiquated last time I checked. It's pretty good software. Yeah. Can XP be run safely in a VM? Not if it's connected to the internet. Don't have a TV. I'm using my free stuff and I pay for YouTube. $11.99 a month with no ads. There you go. All right. Do you need MS Word? LibreOffice can save in Office formats. Yeah, there might be something he needs. I don't know. Computers could do everything they do now, just better using less resources. Yeah. Should just ban all letters, numbers, and symbols, and no one will be offended, to which I find offensive. There you go. Yeah. I'm offended by the letter A, guys. I'm offended by it. I mean, deal with it. Grown-ups? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. We need to stop it. We do need to stop this. So I can save up and get 5 at once at the end of the week. No, I think you can only utilize your thing once a day. I say Merry Christmas, so if people don't like it, yeah. The Grinch finally stole Christmas, December 2020. It took 54 years now. That's determination. I tried to talk my parents into divorcing, but they didn't. I was so disappointed. I tried many times. Lord. There's girls in the house. There you go. Tom did the disappointed dad meme. Did I? What's the disappointed dad meme? Am I doing a meme and not being aware of it? My exception. I totally free. Yeah. N-word. How long until J, C, and B words are banned? Jesus Christ and Bible? Oh, probably pretty soon. Private school, doesn't matter. Talk about public school stories where people can't choose to fund them or not. Yeah. Family, it's an assumption. Were you hatched? I mean, according to Weird Al, yeah. I was hatched this way. Come on. Without looking, there are people who have brainwashed themselves into believing this. Never subscribing to anything, just always not worth it. Warps your behaviors. Also Coca-Cola, yeah. That mean that a man and his cat are on the same level, and grandma who has 64,000 cats and dogs setting the standards these days? Yeah, I don't know. Must remove the letter 4 from the 4 alphabet. Yeah, there you go. Alexa, what is union busting? Oh boy. Most people prefer Christmas. That's right. Well, guys, let's go ahead and feed the beast and get out of here. It's been a crazy, crazy day, hasn't it? Oh, yeah, you know what time of the day is, don't you? You know, don't you? You do. You know. It's time to be tempted. Make sure you're on camera there. All right. Yep, we gotcha. Oh, it's time to be tempted. It's time to be tempted. It's time to be tempted, huh? Yes, it is. It's time to be tempted. And one more. Hey, tell me, there's still one on my hand. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there you go. Good, huh? Good, aren't you? Let's see. I can still serve you, my dude. Those package deals, one-time rates. Yep. Prefer paying a year up front, but okay, paying once a year. Yeah, I don't mind like doing a yearly thing, and then I can decide if I want to re-up it for another year. Here, should I change my name to match your YouTube account? Nah, that's fine. I might forget who you are, but that's cool. Let's see. I think there are pros and cons to both. Some are offering lifetime license to snatch those up. Yep. All right, guys. 12 o'clock tomorrow, we will be doing a 12 o'clock tomorrow, premiering a video on why I switched to Linux. So that'll be up, and then we will be back hopefully Wednesday with another live stream. We'll see. Probably Wednesday though. All right, guys. Well, we will catch you guys later. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Catch you later.